Welcome back to Viral Snap, the podcast where we dive into trending topics in under 5 minutes. I'm Zoe Finch.
And I'm Ethan Haze. This is episode 8, and today we're talking about something that's, well, a little less viral in the TikTok sense, but definitely has people buzzing in policy circles. The European Union's push for increased access to encrypted data and, more surveillance.
That's right, Ethan. It sounds a bit sci-fi, but it's very real. On June 24th, 2025, the European Commission published its roadmap for ensuring what they call lawful and effective access to data by law enforcement. It's a key part of their internal security strategy, ProtectEU.
ProtectEU, because nothing says we've got your back like a catchy, slightly ominous name, right? The Commission, bless their hearts, says that law enforcement is, quote, losing ground to criminals because, get this, 85% of criminal investigations now rely on electronic evidence. And, the criminals are going dark by using encryption. It's like a digital game of hide and seek, but with actual consequences.
Exactly. So, to combat this, the roadmap outlines several key areas. First, data retention. They're looking at new requirements and doing an impact assessment in 2025. Then there's lawful interception, aiming for better cross-border cooperation by 2027. They're also focusing on digital forensics, developing tools and making Europol a center of excellence. And, most controversially, decryption. They plan to release a technology roadmap on encryption by 2026 to identify solutions for lawful access, even supporting next-generation decryption capabilities for Europol by 2030. Oh, and of course, standardizing it all and throwing in some AI solutions by 2028 for good measure.
Yeah, next-generation decryption capabilities just sounds like a fancy way of saying they want to, unencrypt things? But here's where it gets interesting, or dare I say, slightly less humorous. Civil society organizations and digital rights advocates like EuroISPA and even European Parliament member Patrick Breyer are sounding the alarm. They say these recommendations could pose a substantial threat to digital security and privacy.
And they're not wrong, Strong encryption is seen by many as essential for cybersecurity, protecting us from cyber attacks and espionage. Weakening it, even with lawful access in mind, creates vulnerabilities for everyone.
Precisely, Zoe. Breyer, in fact, called the idea of going dark an anxiety disorder of the security complex, noting that law enforcement actually has more access to data than ever before, just, not the kind they want. He even called the recommendations a secret wish list of EU governments, which is, quite the critique.
It certainly is. And it seems the high-level expert group that developed these recommendations was, pretty one-sided, dominated by security authorities. Digital rights NGOs weren't even invited to the main meetings.
Which to me kind of goes against the idea of a collaborative and inclusive platform for stakeholders from all relevant sectors that they claim to be building. It's like, we want your input, but only if it agrees with ours. Meanwhile, countries like Luxembourg are openly warning against weakening encryption, while others, like Germany, are pushing for mandatory cooperation from messenger services like WhatsApp.
And Ethan, the committee members themselves felt it was important to set the right narrative, emphasizing that these recommendations are intended to protect fundamental rights. It's a tricky balance, right, between security and privacy.
Yeah, setting the right narrative is usually code for, we know this is unpopular, so let's spin it. Ultimately, this isn't just about a police master key to your phone, it's about a fundamental shift in how our digital lives are monitored. And the debate, I think, is just getting started.
Absolutely. It's a really important conversation for our digital future. And that's our 5 minutes for Viral Snap this week.
Don't go dark on us. We'll be back next time with another viral topic. I'm Ethan Haze.
And I am Zoe Finch. Thanks for listening.